Welcome back everybody, I'm Lars and this is Feed the Beast Infinity. And it's finally time to take a look at something I've been wanting to test for quite a while. And that is the big reactor. It is really a cool mod. So we have the yellow rim fuel rods here. We basically need to make them like full size, big column, those things. Then you just do this. We have the graphite block. They are basically acting as a moderator. And then you want we want water. I think we could try ice. I know that ice works as well, and I think it works just as well. Let's see. Water does look cooler though. I'm just going to do this just to test it. Oh no, though, that actually looks kind of cool. Of course it will melt in here, so I think we're just going to go with water. So you can just do this, right? And yeah, you can just break these and you're fine. I think we can even do this. Just go around. And you need to fill everything up. Every block must be a source block for it to actually count. Yeah. Oh, like this. And of course I'll have to do this a few times, which means I'm probably going to need more ice. It's going to be worth it. That's the thing. It's going to be so worth it. And yeah, I'll just fill this thing up and we'll see this thing working, hopefully. And there it is. That does look kind of cool, doesn't it? Because we need to close this up. Let's see here. Do this, and when I place the last one, the multi-block structure should form. I think that is it. Yeah, there it is. We could... There's a lot of stuff here I need to figure out, but this is the coolant fluid tank. Casing heat will superheat coolant in this tank. Okay, and hot fluid tank. I'm not going to do the turbine thing. I'm just going to do straight RF. So I guess we need something to put that into. I think I have one of those crazy capacitors. The no, I only have the normal ones here. These are probably not going to be good enough, but I'll just leave it for now. We'll have a look at how this works. I think there is an internal buffer as well. Fuel, core heat, energy buffer. Yeah, there's a buffer of like, oh, man. Oh, that's a lot of zeros. Yeah, like 10 million. That's like 2 of those, so that's probably more than enough. Like, I could have gone with one of these vibrant ones that's like 2.5 times more, but I don't think it's really going to be necessary. I'm going to plug this straight towards a whatchamacallit anyway, a tesseract. And we are going to use all this power very soon. We have the redstone port, just we can turn it on and off. We can output all the different things. And yeah, there's stuff here. You can do this to put... This is to get stuff out. Yeah, the waste out. This is coolant in. And this is fuel in. Of course, we now need to actually get some stuff in there. Didn't I have... Yeah, I had some ender chests. That's good. And yellorium, I think we are going to go with a mix of green. Do we have green? We have green. And blue. No, let's go yellow. That's probably easier to deal with. Oh, we only have one. Ah, man, really? We don't have any normal... Yeah, well, I'll deal with that. So we'll go input here, and you are going to input from the... we'll say yellow green because yellorium and uranium, right? So that's empty, not in use. That's cool. And we'll just do this for now. Just put a couple of these in here, and we need an item duct as well. Probably just do with the impulse ones. That's probably good. This. Do I have any servos? Oh, resonant. That's probably... That's overkill. Just overkill. I guess I'll have to just prepare some more stuff to get this thing running. Okay, so that should be it. Let's see, we have the under tank here, which we will then put on the water thingamajig like this, and put a fluid duct like this, and put it to output mode. Yeah, so that should keep that thing going with the coolant. Let's see, yeah, coolant is getting added. That's good, that's good. And now we want to add a servo here. Just ignore all the things. You can put in here. That's good. I could have used blocks, but then I would have to craft them, and yeah. Yeah, so that's full. That's cool. Can yeah, you can actually see that thing being full of that stuff. That's kind of cool. Can I actually? Oh, I can't. Oh yeah, I can do something here. Different control rods. I can retract. I'm not going to mess with that. We'll just see what happens here. So casing heat, that's good. Core heat, that's good. So I can now. It's deactivated. Now we can activate it and just see what happens. Hopefully nothing blows up. And everything's going well. It is heating up a bit more than I would have hoped. Might want to go with something more efficient here. Energy buffer. It hasn't started doing its thing yet, it seems. But we have fuel, so that's good. But we have steam. Okay, so I guess I have to manually put it into another mode or something, because that's not what I wanted. I don't want steam, I want the other thing. Is it because of this? Okay, so we got some cyanide, that's good, but it's not because of this thing, is it? No, it shouldn't be. There should... I thought there would be like something where you can control that stuff, but I'm not sure how this actually works. Control rod, inject waste, fuel, temperature, casing. That is quite weird. I'm quite sure that you can actually do this sort of thing here. It has used some fuel, but that's fine. I guess I'll have to look this up. Alright, so you don't need to actually add cooling if you're going to just use RF directly. Yeah, look at this. Now it's actually generating that instead. 2000. Holy crap. So this is now making... Okay, yeah, that's significant. That is a significant amount of energy. So it caps out at almost 9,500. That's almost enough to run laser drill setup with 4 pre-chargers. We could run with 2, I guess. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at the R8 energy thing down there. It's... Holy yeah. This is working perfectly. Now of course we need to actually add some stuff into this thing, so well, there's that. But let's see, we can go and do something like yeah, and I think I have some space at some sort of an interface here, so I'm using the export bus for this one, but I think I'm just going to use the interface. But this is just the input interface. I don't want to mess with that, but I did have an output interface somewhere, didn't I? I have so many interfaces, like everywhere. Didn't I output something somewhere? I think I output something somewhere. Well, I could just do an export bus, couldn't I? It's probably easier to just do an export bus because I'm not going to do other stuff, and I do have one with an accelerator. So there's that. Let's see, export bus, thank you, and that should be it actually. So I can put the export bus down here, and this chest Mia, and we need some yellorium thingamajig. We do have a significant amount of that stuff, so I guess this is going to be just fine. This thing is still not empty, so, and it's going to use a lot of that stuff, but not enough that it's really going to be much of a problem. We'll just do this, accelerate it a bit, and it's not super fast, but it's more than enough to keep our little tiny reactor going. Well, not that tiny, but it's not a huge reactor. That's the thing. It's a decent size. It's I'd say it's like a medium size thingamajig here. Let's see how this thing is doing now. I don't know if it automatically turns off when it can't really push any more energy. Now it's actually filling up its internal thing. And I think I can now do this, and I can say output casing temperature, output energy amount active while above something, or I could input change control rod, toggle reactor on and off. So with two of these guys connected together, I could just control this thing and say, well, when your internal thing is half full, just turn off. That's something I won't really bother with right now, though. And you, I want you to just come with me. Thank you. So we have this. We, of course, need to reprocess this stuff, and I think you put it into something, cyanide reprocessor. This turns it into plutonium, which again you can use for something. Nuclear fuel of some sort. Yeah, you can make stuff with it. That's probably the biggest point here. Okay, it's probably good. We'll just leave that as it is right now. And yeah, this thing is full, and it's just going to keep this thing going at full speed. I don't know if this regulates now. Now this thing is, let's call it full, but this thing is still producing at full speed, which is quite frankly just unnecessary. So when we turn this off, this is going to get drained, and since this is at the end of the chain down here, it is actually going to be tapped first, which is great, because if this is the main power thing, all the other ones are just, you know, extras, and this I will remove. So that is reactor 8, a big reactor, which is very cool. I'm just going to set up the redstone thingy, and I think that's that. And of course, it's never as easy as it looks, because for some reason you can't just put redstone or wire on these guys. So let's see. I want you to output whenever there's less than 75% in the thingamajig, and then I want you to set from signal. Yeah, so based on that signal you should now start and stop the reactor. So that part is very easy. When this thing now reaches, yeah, 75%, this thing will shut off, and then of course it will just almost immediately go back under, but then it will just shut it back on. What I could do here is set up a small thing that actually adds a delay of, say, maybe 30 seconds. So, or 1 minute, a delay of 1 minute. So basically when it turns on, it won't actually turn the thing on for 1 minute. And then when it turns off, it won't turn it off for 1 minute. But that also means that it won't just cycle on and off like all the time. Let's see now how well this thing is doing. It is at 20 now. Yeah, so this has to, of course, fully charge first. But you can see it's getting like 6K input, and that's 6K more than the rest of the things here actually do. That is the net positive. That's quite cool, actually. Oh yeah, and I think we end this episode here. This was very, very successful. And in the next one we are actually going to go and catch that hungry node. I wanted to get this out of the way because I needed some power, and yeah, this thing, I'm just not ready for it yet. So yeah, hope to see you then. Bye bye.